them man are killing it.
On the low, but you know that you're feeling it.
Hey, peace family. So this video was brought to my attention entitled "Get Bobbi Althoff," I believe is pronounced, out of our culture. Now I'm going to play the video and then we're going to get back with some reaction and commentary to it. I'm going to be joined by Freedom Unique, aka Short Circuit, formerly of No Limit Records and the CEO of Lock of Blackdown. So he's going to be speaking a bit as well. We're going to do a bit of backwards and forwards on this. We do want to say this isn't an issue of race as such, but we're going to be looking at just the etymology and root of some things, just in terms of like hip hop. So going to be quite an interesting one. Let's check this clip out. We always hear about culture vultures. You know, a lot of people mention Vlad, Adam 22 and others. I'm not too familiar with this girl Bobbi Althoff, so let's see what this clip is saying and then we're going to chat back in.
Hip-hop. We can't let this white girl Bobbi penetrate our culture and gain popularity of our culture. We can't let that happen. If you look at her, you can tell that she doesn't like us. And you can tell that she doesn't want to be around us. And you can tell that the joke is on us. And she's pimping the culture. And my issue with us as culture is that we embrace outsiders knowing that they're not one of us. And she's going to take the clout from us, go over to that side, get all the money that they won't give us, and then send it back over here to us and do more interviews playing us. Why are we doing it?
She stole Funny Marco's whole swag.
Yeah. That video of her in the strip club with Sukiyana, you could tell she doesn't like us. She doesn't want to be there. But she's like, this is what I got to do. And I get my character and these people.
I do appreciate her meeting a real Atlanta with Offset, because Offset got with her ass.
Offset should have got with our ass and shot on the blue couch. Yeah. To me, that makes us as a culture whack. We don't embrace our own black media.
Exactly.
We always want to run to the outside because of whatever reasons, and we don't empower our own. We wonder why we don't control. Media influences the entire world. We don't have bigger media outlets giving voices to us than we are.
Yeah, so you heard that, guys. Not sure what this brother's name is, but he making some good points. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. We're about to bring in Freedom Unique, aka Short Circuit, so let's go over to him.
Man, let's keep it real about people, man. We ain't got time to bull with the fake stuff, man. We don't got time for it. It's real things happening to real people. It's bad things happening to good people and good things happening to bad people, like my man Wallow said from $1 Million Worth of Game, man. It's very serious out here, man, and we got to start taking a crazy accountability for each other, because nobody's going to do it for us. It's not going to happen. Everybody's going to look away. You know, when you down bad, there's nobody around. When you up good, everybody's around. So we got to start mastering that, man, and just lock in with people and lock in because we care for that person, or we mess around with that person, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? The nonsense has to stop. We ain't getting no younger, and they just taking our game right in front of us. They doing interviews with lily white people and stuff like that, and rising these people are becoming more millionaires for the lily white, man. And meanwhile, the people hard working like Bout that online, we can't get no shine. We can't get our own people on our platforms, you know, to help our brand grow, to help our platform grow, to help that other person grow. We dogging each other out and getting everybody else flowers that's not theirs, that they don't even are not really connected to. That's what's going on in the game, and it got to stop, because we're giving away our damn culture. We're giving it away to the motherfuckers that we made it to put a wall up against them mugs.
That's
why we created the culture, and we giving it away to them, and they keep getting rich, and we keep dogging each other. Like, this is the claws, man. The claws in us are so deep, man. We so against each other, it don't make no sense, man. And nobody wants to wake up. Nobody wants to wake up, and it has to stop, man. And this ain't about race, man. This is about real reality that happened, man. We are people who were royal in our own land, from the most royal land on the earth, with the most minerals and all this type of stuff that they use, and they created us and to create us to be other than what we are, which was slaves. And then it went back and took all our ideas, took the sciences to our kingdoms and systems and things like that, and made money off of it over here, while we helped them by being a slave to them. and we refuse to look out for each other. We refuse. Like, it's not happening. We're not gonna do that. But we will put on somebody opposite than us who don't understand. Like my man Denzel Washington said, if you deal with one of us, we could bring up the hot comb. And when we go like this, we know what that means, because when the women used to hot comb their hair, they used to they would wet their finger and then they would touch the hot comb to see if it was hot enough to do their hair. So we know that as black people, but what we talking to people who know nothing about that. They have no understanding about that. You know what I'm saying? If we say cap around them, they might start pulling on their hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing too much and ain't doing nothing at the same time, man. It has to stop, man.
I think the interesting thing now, even when you said about the cap thing, I mean, one thing that I've noticed, to be honest, is a lot of our slang terminologies, colloquialisms, whatever you call it, they have taken and adopted now, especially with the power of the internet has really helped push things forward a lot more. But a lot of words that we would have utilized as a community or as a culture, they've definitely started to adopt more into their linguistics and stuff without necessarily giving attribution to where it came from. Now, especially these platforms and stuff, definitely they're building some of these others up while giving them a level of security and power and dominion over us within hip-hop and stuff, which I definitely don't agree with and stuff. And I think it's just crazy because it kind of reminds me of, there seems like there's a lot of, I don't know if it's fear from people within the community or the industry. We've seen, like, only a few people that really go against the grain and sort of speak out when it comes to certain things. So it's kind of like the teacher where it says, why do they fear now that they're a big man, and
right, 1 to 36.
Yep.
Why does he fear the devil now that he's a big man? Because the devil taught him how to eat the wrong kinds of foods.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly.
And this is what we're seeing, kind of that manifestation playing out now with modern times in the media, because you've been there for, like, literally, not just you've been. A lot of us might have been there in different ways, but you've been there, like, literally there from the root, there, and seen it, so exactly how this thing was created, exactly why it was created, the other elements that came into play just in terms of the creation. And not a lot of people do even make that identification when they look at things to say, this was something that we created as, like, our own kind of voice or our external kind of thing. It's just like when we hear of people say the slave days, they used to have songs and they used to have this. We've always used, like, music and messages and stuff within that. So, it's not necessarily to say it was made to keep certain people out, but it was made for a particular group therein anyway. And within that, by a natural process, other people were kind of outside of it. But now we've seen that kind of become very broken down over the years, especially through the industry and stuff. And it's kind of sad how it's enabled certain others to still advance in positions of authority, because they claim to be the authority. But I don't really get how you can come afterwards in something and then claim to be the authority in it. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, it is, man. And we, like I said, man, we just giving away. We going backwards. Forget if murder is going backwards. We as a people are going backwards because we are giving away our stuff for free to people who show us they're going to monetize off of us. Yeah. That's slavery. And that's slavery, kid.
And not give
straight up.
And not give or produce nothing back. It's not like I've had some incidents even online where I've even, asked people to donate and certain things and they won't do it. The crazy thing is they'll do it for, bigger channels in the sense where you might look and say, wow, they're already making money, they don't need it. But it's not just even the fact of about the money, it's about how it's got to be utilized. And you've got some of us who want to utilize that to, you know, reinvest back into our community, reinvest back into artists. You know, even as a channel, we want to make money that we could bring in people for interviews and pay them or whatever, you know, if that's the rates that they want. But they really have a limitation on just the process to put, you know, and they make it easy that certain people can, you know, have that process working for them effectively. Whereas unfortunately for a lot of us content creators nowadays, it's more so designed, just like with music streaming and all that stuff, where they end up just taking from you and not necessarily giving you anything. Or if they give you anything, it's like crumbs or drip feed them out. They don't want to help you get to a certain point, but they'll help others a lot easier. So we know that we've got a lot of difficulties against us that have been ongoing. That definitely hasn't changed, but we're gonna continue to keep moving forward and, you know, dropping the low where we can to the people that understand. And, you know, like they say, let those who have ears, they gonna understand, or they gonna hear. You know, those who ain't got ears, they ain't gonna hear everything. They gonna hear just some things.
And if you know, you know. If you don't, you won't.
See it there?
And that's how it be, man. That's how it be, man. We gotta do something about this stuff, man. I'm sitting back watching it unfold, man, and it's disgusting because we give the information out to each other and do nothing about the information. We got the information is out there.
So there we go, guys. Thoughts on this one in the comments. As I said, you know, this topic of conversation has been a long standing for a few years. Culture vultures. Has hip hop been pardon me, has hip hop been hijacked? Let me know. Peace.
On the low, but you know that you're feeling it. On the low, but you know that you're feeling it. On the low, but you know that you're feeling it. On the low, but you know that you're feeling it.